You had to put more in.
He's always making names up.
He's just making names up as he goes along. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I'm with the man that's bringing freedom to the world right now, Moses. Congratulations on your victory to start with, man.
Thank you. Shaking off the shackles of our European Counter-Strike overlords, the Swedes in specific. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, I'm not really sure the Swedes had many shackles on America back in the day. Maybe kind of more English. Hi, guys. But yes, Independence Day, and it is an All-American semi-finals. This is what we really are looking forward to. An American guaranteed in the final for the $100,000 prize, of course, for the winner, $250,000 overall. They are going to be starting out on cash. And this is a map that neither team really have a great record on. It's 12-11 in 2015 for Cloud9, 7-10 for CLG. So neither are really setting the world alight on this map.
Right, and it's interesting that CLG let this go through after they just watched. I mean, Cloud9 just beat Envy on it, so
yeah, twice.
Yeah, and it's so they obviously watched the VOD, saw something they want to take from that, saw something they can take advantage of. That's got to be the only logical reason. But also, this is the same team CLG that picked Mirage against Fnatic after they lost 3 times on it. So it seems like they almost want to play into that mindset that Cloud9 is going to be just so supremely confident on this map after those wins.
Obviously, Cloud9 setting themselves up. They've all been discussing. Actually, CLG were in this very room discussing their tactics. They were sat outside the door, and I was like, guys, you might want to come in here. There's air conditioning. It's a little bit cooler in here. I'm just saying. It's blisteringly hot in Germany right now, which is actually all across Europe, to be fair. A little unusual, but you can see the effect it does have on the players. It is a little wary sitting in this temperature. Not a great deal you can do about it. Even air conditioning struggles when it's this hot.
Right. What I think is interesting is Cloud9 this morning, we saw him in the hotel lobby before we came over to the studio. Cloud9 knew that CLG was going to play him on cash. For whatever reason, Sean was like, yeah, they're going to let cash go through. They're going to want to play this against us. So we're going to see some mind games here in this matchup.
Well, I mean, talking to Sean Garys, he's been mind gaming the whole tournament. He's obviously the POV streams, like them or loathe them, have been fantastic. But here we go, pistol round underway. And it is going to be an A hit straight away. CLG in perfect position for this one, though. Finesse set up with Cutler just around the right other side. Should be able to catch out. Not going to count one down. We'll finally find the bomb planter as well. Trying to get in there. Cutler just off the side. Finesse is down. The rest of the team going to back him up. JD and Tariq coming from A main as well. And they should be able to catch them off guard around the side there. Not able to get too much in there. It's just all on Skadoodle one-on-one with Hazed. Hazed gonna slow him down. Skadoodle in a good position. Bomb planted perfectly for him. He's going to try the up and over, but Skadoodle not showing for it. He's going to have to force him. Skadoodle with a quick flick. And we'll take down Hayes. That's a big, important round. Cloud9 not so strong in the pistols over the last few games against Envious. Did finally come out on top yesterday. And that should set them off nicely on the T side. Yeah,
it was a little bit scary as well. I mean, they got it into a 4-on-4, and that flank from JDM and Tariq almost ruined absolutely everything. But Freakazoid, as we've seen in this tournament, has stepped up time and time again. So here he is with 2 great kills, taking out that flank from the forklift. Those were crucial.
Looks like it's going to be another A hit here, but JDM is set up perfectly for it. And that forklift, Shroud's going to be the man that goes squeaky. Freakazoid and Sean Gares flashed out. JDM gets all the information he needed there. Catches a glimpse of them. The rotate from CLG will be in place, but it is only pistols they can defend with. Sean Gares coming through, Mac 10 in hand. Finesse does manage to get 2 around the side there. Tariq gets a 3rd, and this is going well. The anti-eco is working wonders. Oh, Finesse out of bullets, but Tariq comes in to save the day, and now it's a 2-on-1. Nothing has the bomb, and he's making tracks. He's getting the hell out of there.
Yeah, the flashbangs for CLG were so perfect, slowing that down, not letting Cloud9 swing into the bomb site, and they did it perfectly. Get the kills, now they have a massive advantage, but nothing is making the smartest play possibly can. He's going to get that bomb planted and have a lot of time to himself to get into post-plant positioning. 9 seconds.
9 seconds, so they're going to be coming in. Is he going to go for checkers? I think he might be. So T-spawn or checkers going to try and keep them at bay. Hayes has managed to pick himself up the scout. Tariq Mac 10. So they do have weapons in hand this time around. Nothing perfectly set up for this one. Gets himself an easy one on Hayes as he checks. Tariq's going to try and burst around the corner and catch him off guard. Trying to bring it in close. Tries to bait him out, but nothing. Is having none of it. And saves the blushes for Cloud9 there. Manages to pick up the round.
Yeah, but a great second round from CLG after losing that pistol. 4 kills. Great stuff from them. That's going to hurt the economy. Now they have to go back to these SMGs. They need to build that bank back up, get that bonus money rolling.
Meanwhile, it's just going to be, P90 for Freakazoid, Shroud, Mac 10. keeping hold of that one. Nothing with the Galil that he had from the previous round. But Skadoodle has gone for an AK, so he's not going to save and hold out for that AWP in the next couple of rounds. Realize everybody needs to force for this one. It's another A main hit, continuing their tradition, trying to keep things going. This time around, they are doing it much better, taking control. Hayes and JDM already down. Cutler picked off. Just Finesse, he'll go down, and Tarek, the last man standing, in pretty much a no-hope position here to take on 5 members of Cloud9.
Yeah, nothing gets done. And that's the Cloud9. I mean, Sean's a firm believer that the best anti-eco strategy as terrorists on this map is just that aggressive A-hit with those mollies. Flush them out of the quad, so you only have to look one way when you swing into the bomb site. And they executed it perfectly that time, even though they struggled in the second round. But either way, 4 or 3 AKs for them, a Galil as well. One player, Freakazoid, keeping the P90, but JDM has that AWP in his hands, and they're going to do a 3-man aggressive play over towards the B bomb site.
Well, it's the opposite side. If you look at the minimap, we can see it's going to be another A hit, but CLG getting the information. They've pushed all the way out down in B site, but they're going to be way late to get into this retake. Finesse all on his own. He's picked off. Cutler went down with him at door, and that was a simple setup for Cloud9, once again catching them off guard. And I think CLG is just going to try and hold. Yeah, they're all going to back themselves into the corner down at B and just try and keep hold of these weapons.
Yeah, that was just a flat-out blind counter. 3 players for CLG going towards B, and the call out of T-spawn was that, boost Freakazoid over, get him rushing up mid quickly with the P90, and 4 players hitting A very, very strongly. So they completely counter what CLG wanted to do. Even though they pushed, they had all the intel, but their teammates just died so quickly, there was no chance for them to win this round.
Well, Freakazoid completely checked out CT spawn. The rest of Cloud9 on the hunt here. They realize they're in the corner. They managed to find one. Nothing will get the second. They're not letting them hold on to these weapons, and they will get picked off, and that's going to cause serious problems for CLG, having to go pistol once again. Yeah, that was a beautiful hunt down, and it's what we talked about with Cloud9, I believe, just yesterday. We talked about their team. Once they get their economy rolling, they're able to buy those nades, able to buy those Molotovs. Very, very scary team. There, they didn't even have to use them on the execute because they got the kills so easy, so they use them to flush out the players from CLG trying to save those weapons. It's beautifully done. Forces a full eco. Finally, looks like Cloud9 going to try something different. 4 A hits running. Well, obviously, nothing did get the B hit in the end, but Shroud actually peeking, and CLG had stacked for this one. They'd got 4 members over the A. I mean, why not? That's information that they'd obviously garnered from the last few rounds, but Shroud's going to hop on through and find himself a simple one on Hayes, and that gives CLG, well, all the information they need. It is a B hit, but they are very late to this one. And with just the pistols in hand, it's going to be an almost impossible retake. Yeah, another great call from Sean on Cloud9. I mean, CLG stacks that A bomb site because Cloud9's gone there in every single one of their anti-ecos. So CLG tries to stack it to catch him off guard, but Sean just a step ahead, calls a B hit. Let's have a listen to Cloud9, because obviously we've got the chance of both English-speaking teams that we can understand. We don't need a quick Swedish or Danish translator, so let's see. It should be cool, calm, collected, I'm guessing.
I did not expect that. Jesus. Run.
Sorry?
It's just simple. They're just clearing them out. I want to actually hear what they have to say at the beginning of this one. Once things get going, I want to make sure game sound is in the background so they can not completely give their tactic away. I'll wait until things get going in the round before we go back into that one. Let's have a quick listen to CLG, though, because they're obviously going for their buy here. Let's see if the first time they can try and pick themselves around up.
If you leave mid, you gotta let me know. Okay.
It's fucking mid.
Nothing. Flash mid! Flash mid! Out! Out! Need flash? I'm blind, I'm blind.
One blind, one B. I'm blind.
I'm blind. What's close by bad?
B close.
Fairly chaotic sounds, and you can tell they actually read it well. They had 3 members in the mid there, but see, Cloud9 once again managed to push on through into B bomb site right now. Shroud the man with a bomb, Sean Gares and Skadoodle alongside him. It's just JDM, Finesse, and Cutler to try and set this one up. Cutler and Finesse, they're going to try and creep around the back. They've got a good look around mid. Skadoodle, though, is set up, ready and waiting. Just caught a glimpse on that. Knows they're coming, doesn't manage to get them down though, but managed to catch a glimpse on 2 people, which gives Shroud and Sean Gares all they need here. JDM's going to be the man, tries to creep around, and he gets in through CT spawn and picks them both up off site, and that will be the first round for CLG. Yeah, that's just a rare communication error we've seen out of Cloud9 in this tournament, is when 2 players there, neither of them watching that walkthrough. JDM just is able to stroll in with that AWP. A tough gun to retake a site with, and he does it perfectly because no one's even checking it. No one's even looking that way. So CLG gets their first on the board, but they're fortunate to get out of that one. These takes from Cloud9, they've gotten the bomb sites very easy whenever they've gone towards either one of them. Skadoodle this time has his hands on the AWP. So let's see if he can manage to finally get it rocking and rolling. It's going to be Sean Gers that goes single-handedly down to B site. Hayes is going to be the man that meets him off. Not going to be aggressive, though. And again, Tarek's going to be the man that will hop up into vents. So he's trying to go aggressive, trying to get a little bit of information. But we can see, certainly from the mini-map, that it is most likely another A hit. Freakazoid with the bomb up close, just around the box, waiting to get in there. And JDM and Finesse holding them at bay.
Yeah, very passive from Cloud9 here, trying to get some reads, trying to get the intel for Sean to be able to make a good call. They're playing it very passively. They're going to boost Freakazoid up late in mid, although he falls down, so they're going to have to reboost him a little bit. Small error there, but looks like he's just going to be a late hit, a little bit of a lurk.
Yeah, nothing is going to get a peek around mid. Nobody in mid for CLG. Oh, they've just flashed themselves out A main. Finesse managed to get the information. Skadoodle did back away just in time. Tried to land the shot on him, but made sure he didn't get followed through. Mid-control in the hands of Cloud9, but JDM on quad, absolutely ready and waiting for that one. Cutler just got a glimpse of Shroud in Squeaky as well. Realizes there's one here, and look at this, it's a firing squad, ready and waiting to come out that Squeaky, but they don't manage to make it count. It's a simple trade, 1-for-1, nothing. Does get upside mid. JDM up close, tries to go for Skadoodle, but it was a no-scope battle. And it was Cloud9 that came out on top. It's Hayes and Tarek on the retake. Nice shot there, nailing down nothing. But Skadoodle responds nicely, and Sean Gers with the cover off gets burnt out by his teammate a little late at the end there. But 6-1 the score for Cloud9. It's a great T-side start.
Yeah, CLG wins a lot of those initial fights, but Cloud9 does a great job trading them off. That Molotov at the forklift actually forces 2 players into the same corner, and it's kind of easy picking from there. I mean, Shroud didn't expect a second one, but that player had nowhere to go after he gets that kill, and Freakazoid grabs it, and then great positioning from Sean allows him an easy kill up mid.
So once again, Sean Gers is going to be the man that goes separate from the rest of his team, gives them the information, goes and has a peek. I actually listened in on the POV streams yesterday as they were playing Envious, and a lot of the time Sean's like, wait guys, just everybody hold up, I just need to go and look at something. And he just obviously sets out, knows the tactics, and figures out exactly what to do. It's going to be another A hit. This time around, they are getting a good peek out of A main. Shroud does manage to find JDM as he comes out of Squeaky. Finesse, well, he's on absolutely nothing here. Just pistols in hand, of course. The eco for CLG means that it will be an easy site take for Cloud9 as they just pad stat there. Interesting looking at, obviously, Deagle for Hayes there. This is something we've talked about throughout the tournament. We saw Envious going the 5-man Deagles yesterday. Right. Definitely a valid tactic that started to creep into the game.
Yeah, just a little bit late. Oh, that helps a lot, that one Deagle to nothing. That's a nice shot from Hayes. But yeah, either way, I mean, what was it? Devil Walk called them a scout, almost, the pistol scout, where you get those 2 tags, it's going to get you that kill. But unfortunately, not enough damage done as they enter into the bomb site once again. So Cloud9 on their entries and their trades initially looking really, really good this match so far.
Confident start for Cloud9. They have had the number over CLG a number of times. CLG last recorded a victory back at the start of June, so it's been a while since they've managed to get a win. Cloud9, I think they've played each other about 5 times since then as well. Bomb left in the back there. Freakazoid's going to have to go back and collect it. It's like, whoops, sorry guys. Accidentally dropped that one. And now it's a simple 5-man setup from Cloud9 this time. Information gathering, nothing as Sean Gers looking to set up and keep them at bay. Hayes was looking to go aggressive at B site, but the flash from Sean Gers has forced him back.
Yeah, it was a very, very mid-defensive setup with 3 players there initially. Now that they've got Tarek into the vents, one or two can play in the highway up towards A, but Cloud9 still playing far back, still playing passively, looking for any kind of intel. Nothing's going to be the one to poke, and Prada looks like he might see the barrel of that gun, but he falls back. Shroud gets one at the other bomb site. That's A, and here comes the push. Pulls it off.
Oh, very close, but Tarek hops out of vents and gets himself an easy double there as they were so focused on trying to get Hayes down. Skadoodle, though, will have a great shot onto JDM. Cutler replies and gets Shroud down. Just 2 members, Freakazoid and Skadoodle, to hold off the 3 members of CLG on the retake. Freakazoid will get the plant down. There's only a single flash in the hands of CLG to try and go for this retake. That's going to be a problem, especially when Skadoodle has forklift. He has been taken down. Freakazoid just has to play this one calmly. He knows there's one across to the left of him, but he's focused on Tarek. And Tarek will manage to land the shot and get the defuse. Second round, an important one for CLG because Cloud9 starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, and Tarek with 4 kills really saves that round. Like you said, Skadoodle at forklift with that AWP, a crucial position. Holding that as a terrorist, it's so difficult to retake as the CTs, but Tarek is able to eliminate him with a nice shot. And he also salvages the op, and now they're going to have double setup. So this is something that we've seen them do frequently. Tarek being the secondary opper, haven't been able to afford it, but that gift of a free op. They're The real big issue is JDM has been losing all those duels with Skadoodle that he's found, so they're going to have to start winning those.
And economy-wise, that was very much a force by CLG. I think it was 2 or 3 members with FAMASIS. You can still see Hayes has one in hand. Tarek does land the opening shot. That's Freakazoid going down. Skadoodle did manage to get himself the AWP, but he's just simply holding mid. They're expecting a push through from CLG, it seems. The way they were hanging back in the mid there. Sean Gare's also covering it off, so they're really expecting CLG to try and switch things up and go aggressive, but we can see by the mini-map, of course, that that's not what they're planning. CLG in a simple 2-1-2 setup, defensive. They are going to try and get control. Finesse with a great shot on Shroud in mid there. And Sean Gares, well, he delicately gets in, hops into the vents there. Finesse, don't know how he didn't quite see him, actually.
It wasn't peak enough. Sean's trying to mask this as much as possible, but it was trying to be a mid-B split. FNS defends it well. Now Tarek's in the site with this op. Hayes up top is getting a couple, and they just get mowed down. So a strong victory on the defense for CLG. That's what they needed. All 5 members surviving, so they're going to be able to build up some money and stabilize.
Tarek just wiping the sweat from his brow. It was Tarek and Cutler that were really performing admirably yesterday. Cutler, we can see on the board, yet to get going, actually. But Tarek, ever steady, always picking up the frags when he needs to. This time around, there's a little change around in the tactics. Hayes does join Cutler in the mid. They're maybe expecting see Cloud9 to burst out, and it's just Tarek that's been left alone with that AWP over at B site. Almost Virtus Pro-esque in their setup.
Yeah, another instance where Tarek, he's being aggressive with the AWP over at B. So this double op setup, Cloud9, now they've figured it out that it's in play, and it's going to be an A hit. They're going to have to flush JDM out. He's feeling very uncomfortable in the site. FNS gets the first kill, though.
Oh, he wasn't able to quite tuck himself around there and regain control. JDM up close and personal with his AWP. Still hasn't been found out. Doesn't land the shot, though. And that is Quad now in the control. They haven't managed to get the bomb plant down yet. Sean Gares just recovered that over at Forklift. Hayes is going to try and back around. Oh, it's just a little too late. Wanted to get in position. The rest of his team peaked for it. And Cloud9 cut them down. It's Hayes to try and go hero mode for his team here. We can see the boost. They know there's the man at Forklift. It is Skadoodle. He will find him. It's a good opener. If he can get over at Forklift, he has control. He has them cut off. He knows that they are pinned. He's just unsure of their position. That almost looked like it was square on his head. It just didn't land the shot.
Yeah, but either way, great peak from the second player for Cloud9 in that 2-on-1. Even if he gets that kill, he's going down. But really, what it comes down to in a 3-on-3 retake, Hayes is trying to wrap around towards mid to go up highway, and his 2 teammates immediately die as soon as he falls back. So, I mean, they need to be a little bit more patient, not peak that early. Let time for that play to come into fruition for Hayes.
Well, it's going to be a big boost this time around, but that Molly might slow things down. That's going to force them back. Has to smoke it off. That gives Cutler and Finesse the information. They know that somebody has boosted. Cutler's only got a 5-7, though. So even if he catches a glimpse of them, it was aggressive as well from CLG, pushing out of Squeaky. Tarek does manage to get back alive, but just 3 men now standing for CLG. Cloud9, full control of mid. Looks like it's going to be an A hit.
Yeah, CLG tries to get aggressive to kind of break this hold, to catch Cloud9 off guard, and it's not happening. 2 players are immediately down. Tarek's going to try and hold this off, but not much he can do.
Nice. Very nice little peek, and not really moving as a full unit there, Cloud9. Giving Tarek chance to get himself a double before they finally take him down. JDM, well, he is the last man. He was covering over at B site. And it's yet another hero play required for CLG here. This time, can JDM be the man? He's got one directly above him, Skadoodle below. They're all going to close in his position, and they have him covered off. Let's have a quick listen at CLG, see how they're handling this one, because they're 9-3 down right now, and they're going to have to go for a save.
Yeah, that's okay. Default's going to work for some anyway. Let's just default for some. Sec A side. They go A every time anyway. I got B. Let me play B here.
Anyone have a flash or no?
No. Only got pistol.
Nothing. We're pretty broke at the pole.
Yeah, pretty much nail in the coffin there, as Hayes said. Yeah, we're pretty broke. We've got nothing.
Exactly.
They have 4-man stacked A, and as he said, this is what they've been going for. Looks like it will be an A split once again. Finesse all alone there, but with just pistols to play with, I think Sean Gares, yeah, he's just gone into B site, got all the information he needs, and says it's pretty clear here, guys. Let's change our game plan, heading in. That'll be Finesse going down, and that's going to be an easy take.
Yeah, I mean, the great call again from Cloud9. FNS, you heard it in the comms, they go A every time, and except for the 2 that he's kind of juked CLG out a little bit here. So nice call. They had Freakazoid just poking and prodding at A main, and he sees a couple as well as they spotted one up highway, so they had the intel.
Well, with Cloud9 in pretty much clear domination mode. Just going to see if they Cloud pick up this round. We'll have a little listen at them in a moment. It is simple clean-up duty right now. Cut the last man standing. Let's have a quick peek on Cloud9. See what they've got in their bag of tricks. Because it is 10-3. They are in a really good CT side here.
I'm pretty sure this is a low buy. Jordan, go mid and throw like a smoke out mid, and then go back to A main with Scott
I'm gonna pick where
and
mid,
Ryan.
John.
Okay, all right.
Drop bomb.
You go pick out A main. Jordan, go A main. Go A main with Ryan. Go A main with Ryan.
Okay.
Hold. I want Scott to pick out.
Jordan, hold further
He's
back.
picking out mid. Scott's picking out.
Yeah, he's gonna pick out.
Highway box, one highway.
Very cool, calm, collected comms there. Sean Gay's clearly giving the information, setting up his team, getting them to do exactly what they want, and nobody challenging his calls, more importantly.
Yeah, and he's got a great read on the economy of CLG. I mean, Cloud9's had complete control of the economy game in this map, and he's got a good read on it again with that low buy. One kit, very light, no smokes left in the arsenal for CLG for the rest of this round, with over a minute remaining.
4 members set up. Shroud, but Squeaky will get taken down. Cutler manages to land the shot there, but they have managed to get control of this forklift. JDM tries to peek around, but nothing. Lands the shot. And now it is nothing that's trying to squeak in there. They've come out well here. Sean Gaze is about to flank around the back of Hayes, though. He's coming all the way through B, try and catch them out. The bomb does go down. Nothing's managed to get that plant and get the kill. Sean Gaze will come around the back and cause his problems for them. Skadoodle lands the shot and finesse. Nothing pretty much covered off. They have a great take. They actually have them caught completely in a crossfire here. And while Tarek ordinarily in that forklift position would be in a great spot to try and get a retake here, with the triangle of death they've got set up for him, he had no chance. Sean Gares flanking round brilliantly there from B side.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to see because they're not committing to fights when they have these crossfires set up. Each player just peeking, holding the player frozen, holding their opponent frozen in a certain position, allowing the teammates to redraw aggro. And the big issue for CLG in this half so far is there's no response to Skadoodle. Post-plant situations, he's always getting a pick here or there. He's cutting off angles, cutting off ways for them to get into the bomb site, and they haven't been able to respond partially because they have no money to pick up an op to challenge him.
Yeah, the few times JDM's got it and almost made it work. He got the double down at B, but he's only got 4 kills in the entire game, and 2 of them came in that single round, so you can tell how much they're struggling to get a hold on this one. If you just look at the A players, they're going to get flashed out. It's going to be a quick pistol rush out there. Cutler, the only man with a FAMAS. Skadoodle not landing the shot. Sun's getting a little pressured by the 5-7 play there of Hayes and Finesse, but it does mean that mid has been given a cross. Hayes is going to try and push on through the smoke. Does catch him off the side, but didn't land their shot there. That could have been big. There was 2 of them, both with their heads turned, nobody looking his way. But they are still playing this one cool, calm, keeping them at arm's length, making their way in towards A site. Cutler and JDM are ready to try and cover this one off, but Shroud will wrap around. Hayes is going to push on through. Sean Gares does go down. Cutler with a pistol as well manages to get Freakazoid. This is a good setup from CLG considering they're on the eco.
Yeah, they've done so much damage initially. Now Skadoodle's got to come up with something because nothing's about to fall. He does to Tarek, and it's going to be all on the All-Star Opper for Cloud9.
3-on-1. Not impossible. We've seen Skadoodle do this in the Pro League normally against Team Liquid. I recall he had a great 1v4, 1v5. So manages to get the first one down, gets the bomb plant. Oh, he got the no-scope on Cutler around the side. I don't know whether it was Tarek he was aiming at, but either way, wasn't able to do it. And CLG actually responded correctly. You know, when there's a guy with an AWP, rush him. Get everybody on all 3 angles, and they finally managed to get around. But that's a good eco round to pick up at the end there. They're going to be happy with that one, 11-3.
Yeah, they played it pretty patiently. They didn't really commit to too many fights, and they did a lot of damage initially, and it just allowed the other pistols on the team to kind of clean Cloud9 up. But I mean, you got to say, a little bit too little, too late. 4-11 on the CT side of Cash. That's a really harsh scoreline to come back from going into your terrace half.
11-4 is what I meant.
Yep.
For some reason, mine's just froze.
It's stuck on 11-3.
I don't know whether it's crashed or not. It's trying to catch me out. But either way, there's the boys in blue on your screen. Ordinarily, you'd think of Envy, but it's Cloud9 that managed to reach to the semi-finals via a best-of-3, knocking out Envious. And, of course, CLG, well, they topped their group. Completely caught everyone off guard, taking down Fnatic and Keatstars on their way here. The question is, how do they respond to this dominant first half, 11-4 score by Cloud9?
This is also a point where you listen to the analysts and just you kind of question the decision by CLG to allow this map through after Cloud9's able to take down one of the best teams in the world on it twice. And that's just, so CLG obviously had a game plan coming into it. Didn't work on their defensive half, but now it's up to their offense to try and pull them back into it.
And it's going to have to be one hell of an attack. Pistol, very important. Remember, Cloud9 did manage to come out on top in the pistol in the first half, and just about in the second round as well. CLG setting up. They got 2 down at B site, 3 up at A. It's going to be Finesse, it's going to go Squeaky. JDM and Hayes with the bomb at the moment. Shroud and Skadoodle are going to be the setup on A site with nothing in support. Freakazoid in vent, Sean Gares over in checkers. So good setup for both teams, and they're actually going to hit both sites at the same time. Interesting setup. Taric gets himself a double. That opens up the B site, but the bomb is not there, and the rotate comes out. Cloud9 completely fooled into this one. It's a great little fake from CLG here. Skadoodle tries to come around, but they don't care. They've hit it. They're running. They've got the bomb planted A, and there is only 2 members alive. Taric could set himself up another, gets himself a quad, and the ace. Fantastic stuff from Taric there. Totally selling Cloud9 down the river.
That's a beautiful round from Taric, and that's what they need. They need him to come alive. Not only just the sheer number of frags, but the entry kills that he got to sell that fake. Those first 2 he grabbed in checkers, 1 in the vents, 1 behind the box. Those are kills that are going to help CLG execute whatever they want across the map. He's at 20 and 11 right now.
He is absolutely carrying that team, and I'm thinking back to Cajun B in the Fnatic matchup where he went superhero mode, and this is what Taric may well have to do. Unfortunately for TSM, Cajun B wasn't able to finish the job despite getting 37 kills, I think, in that game. Something insane.
Yep.
But the bomb now dropped. Shroud up close. Finesse is expecting something, though. They don't want to get caught out by the anti-eco here. Cloud9 in pretty much a set up good defensive position. They've gone the 1-3-1 splits, what you'd normally do with rifles.
Yeah, they wanted to get intel on this middle choke point because they have 2 grenades, so they want to utilize those grenades. They already used 1. And now it's a full A stack in the mid-round call, so everyone rotates over, and it looks like that's exactly where CLG wants to go.
Let's see if it works out. The bomb's been collected. Hazed is the man that's over at B side trying to gather information, see if there's anyone around there. Cutler does pop open. Squeaky Glatz catches a glimpse, but gets dinked instantly there, down to 19. Nothing. Also gets tagged up. Taric trying to push on, but Cloud9 are holding strong here. This is a great pistol setup from them. CLG do finally get some kills, but they're going to have to run away from this one. Finesse is on the move. Hayes is going to take over B site, and now the race is on. 3 members of Cloud9 trying to hunt them down. Skadoodle's picked himself up an AK, but he's the only man that collected a weapon en route.
Yeah, Hayes trying to hold him back as much as possible. He's done so much damage. The real threat's coming from Freakazoid on the flank. They might not be prepared for him. They're not. He gets that kill. It's only the bomb planter left. FNS does get it planted, but he's got 3 members swarming him. And a great trade from Freakazoid on that flank. Cleans up the second round. A beautiful eco from Cloud9, keeping CLG from entering into the bomb site in that choke point and taking the fight there.
So beautifully read that. Freakazoid, the man coming around the back. If you can notice his little icon, his portrait, he did have to try and figure out a way to get his arm into shot there. He was trying to just give a standard bicep, but they were like, that's not going to fit, mate. So he just ends up wrapping his arm around his head and is like, this is going to get my bicep into shot. But 12-5 the score for Cloud9. What a great eco. That gives them, of course, a bunch of SMGs, and it's very much a force from CLG.
Yeah, that's the scary part with a P90 and an MP7 and MP9. Actually, CLG with 2 AK-47s, they'll be able to find openings. If Taric can come alive again and get some entries, they could find an opportunity in this round.
They're going to launch their rifles over the top. Taric, the man with Finesse. Finesse both in mid-control right now, but nothing is sat waiting. If they were to go through vents, he's just waiting for them to pop out there. They have mid-control, but it is going to be a split B. And as I said, nothing in Sean Gares. They have this one perfectly covered off. Freakazoid gathering the information. They know that they're in mid now, so they're absolutely going to be expecting something from Vents. Yeah,
great nade, though. Deals so much damage to Taric, who has one of the AK-47s, so it looks like he's actually going to pass that off to Hayes, and they're going to... They had the bomb situated. They could have executed a mid-B split there, but something pushes him away. They're going to walk up this highway. There's a smoke there. Shroud's going to peek. He's going to see one. He's going to get the intel, actually. Look at all the damage dealt.
And Skadoodle's already on the wraparound. Nothing's going to be joining him. Sean Gares is actually coming around the back. He could catch him perfectly around this corner. He's got a P90 in hand, so he's got enough bullets. But JDM just stops. I think they heard the footsteps. They caught a glimpse, but he's still coming around the back from 3 of them in mid. All could get caught out with this one. Freakazoid gets himself one, gets himself a second, not the third. Hayes and Cutler finally doing some damage. They have got themselves in towards A main. And now the bomb plant's on, but Sean Gares in position, does manage to get a tag. Not the frag on Cutler. With bomb plant down. Flash in hand. Cutler and JDM trying to hold them at bay. The Deagle of Cutler is all that remains, and he's going to get cut down. And well, Cloud9, they played it slow, they played it passive, they sat back, let CLG take mid-control, but the retake was brilliant.
Really a similar situation to the second round where Cloud9's able to get some intel. They're able to deal so much damage before CLG is really making any progress in terms of map control or attacking that bomb site. So when the hit does eventually come, I mean, Freakazoid with that MP7 gets a few easy kills there.
Pressure on CLG. And that's when really you look towards your star players to try and pull something off. Again, it's very much a mishmash. Just the 2 Tech 9s and P250s for CLG. Just about all they can afford. It's going to be another mid boost, but this time Freakazoid is sat ready and waiting for them to come up and over. The second they show themselves around that mid, he realizes they're there, just smokes off the mid and backs away. Keeps them at arm's length, well aware that they're going to be on this eco.
It's going to be an ace split eventually. These two players are going to come up highway with 2 players coming out, 2 to 3 players coming out main, it looks like. So Cloud9's got 3 members there, though, so they should be able to mow this down, especially with the Molotovs.
There's one. It's a switch. Quick trade as well. Freakazoid, though, trying to keep them at bay. It is a pretty even trade back and forward. Freakazoid will get taken down. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation with just nothing remaining. Now a 1-on-1. Goes back, clips himself an M4. He's got all utility. He doesn't even need it. Just straight up rails Cutler down. Not too sure why Cutler kind of went for the peak there.
Trying to catch him off guard more than anything.
Maybe,
trying to take that angle and just see if nothing's, assuming he's going to be quad or assuming he's still going to be in the site and maybe get a free shot or 2 that he gets. But fortunately, nothing takes complete advantage of him being overcommitted. Either way, a good eco round, but sitting at 5-14, you can't have any more moral victories. This bye is going to have to be very strong for CLG. They need to pick this one up and then start running away with things because Cloud9 is in a very, very strong position at 14-5.
Yeah, lose this one. Map point and pretty much on an eco. JDM got himself his hands on this AWP. Not really been landing too many shots, and it's Skadoodle that will challenge him if he goes this way. Shroud, getting your little peek out on Squeaky there, using the door for cover. It's Cutler that's holding the angle. Skadoodle just waiting for Tarek or JDM to take a look in this way. Hayes is the man that's probing and prodding down at B site, trying to be the distractor. The bomb was left in mid. Freakazoid looking around. They have all the information they need. Shroud's starting to push out. And if he goes around this corner, he's going to catch them all boosting around there. Oh, the timing, just as they all disappear from shot. They have mid-control.
Yeah, but he's going to get a free kill on JDM, who's having a tough time. He gets taken out. Shroud almost misses that. He even sees the bomb now, so he's got so much intel. This is going to allow nothing to get aggressive in the vents.
Tarek has to challenge him. Which way is he going to go? It doesn't matter. Shroud will just nail him down. And this is all going very wrong from CLG. Just a simple fact-finding mission from Shroud turns into a fantastic round. And a very easy one with map point in hand for Cloud9.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's just all these plays by Cloud9. They're getting all the intel. They know exactly what CLG's doing every round. That push by Shroud with the bomb down, it just allows them so many opportunities to do things on the other side of the map, and CLG's not prepared for it. And another relatively 4 AKs, but not a lot of utility, and a Tech 9 on JDM, and they're going to heavy towards this B site. It's exactly where nothing is pushing, and a double spray down. Nicely done.
And then flash back up from Sean Gares as well. And, well, he manages to pop out, gets himself another. Nothing gets himself the third. Cutler, the only man standing between Cloud9's first map victory. CLG not really at the races in this first map on Cash. They're going to have to certainly think of something as they move across to the next one. Skadoodle's the man that's hunting. Even with his AWP, he's hunting round for Cutler, expecting him to come around this corner. It's going to be an easy take, and Skadoodle will finish the game at 24 kills. Very impressive stuff from Cloud9. Going the way as expected, I think, on Cash.
Yeah.
The fact that they've taken down Envy twice on this map, you said it yourself, the map veto, we were kind of confused as to why it was let through. Clearly a good map for Cloud9 now. Clearly they've put a lot of work into it, and it showed.
Right, and then up next we have Dust 2, another map where they just beat Envy on, so that's going to be another tough match for CLG. The big story for me is Skadoodle. There's no one on CLG who's able to neutralize Skadoodle. I mean, JDM requires to have that weapon, and if he's losing that duel with Skadoodle every time, it's going to be another similar match to what we just saw, and also Cloud9 taking the fight to CLG members, not letting them be comfortable.
Cloud9 trying to dispel the myth that all gamers are Big fat nerds. Just keeping them tank tops off. Sean Gare's just flexing there as he puts across. Meanwhile, we've gone full color-coded today. I just noticed that, actually. I just realized we're in the full grey setup. But fantastic first map, honestly, overall for Cloud9. Mm-hmm. What is CLG going to do to come back from this one? Obviously, there's going to be a new map, reset your mindset, go into Dust 2. I was in here when they were talking about Dust 2, so I knew that one was coming. Clearly, they've got something in the works.
Well, that was the only explanation for them letting Cash through as well. That they had to have some idea of what they were going to do. It didn't work, so this is going to have to go better on Dust 2. The only shining point for CLG in that match is Tara came to play. Good player. Wasn't quite the carry that Cajun B was for TSM earlier in the tournament, but he went beast mode for some times, and he's going to have to keep that up. But he needs Hayes, he needs Cutler to step up and play like they did against Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was thinking. As soon as you saw those crazy shots that were landing, we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. Map 2 will be coming up shortly as the players set themselves up. Have a quick discussion. We'll be back after this break.